Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sheree. If you are new here, thank you for clicking on this video today. And this is my best friend, Shenedra, and I call her Nee. What would you like them to call you, Shenedra, or they don't know how to spell your name?
Shenedra.
Shenedra. I'll put the spelling in the description box. But yeah, I told you guys in the last video that we were going to be starting a new series, and we're finally getting to record through the struggle of adulting, which prevents a lot of stuff. So yeah, we are here, and we're just going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we want to do first is I want to do a check-in. So just tell me at this moment, how do you feel? Like, how do you feel?
A little bit overwhelmed right now. I need to bring my nerves back down. I was on a long phone call. It took a lot longer and a lot more energy than I expected. Trying to help others sometimes is hard work. And so it requires a lot more patience. And like I said, a lot more time. So this is good. We're doing this. I can kind of
decompress,
yeah,
and switch over.
It was a little frustrating, but in the end, you help somebody and you know that it makes them happy, so it's all good. But it was a struggle. So that's how I feel right now.
I feel tired because we both were working today, and it was just, you're not supposed to work this hard on a Friday. We're recording on a Friday, and it was just a very hard Friday. But we powered through. We're at the end of it. So that's how we're feeling right now. So how we're going to do that, after the check-in, then we'll do like 4 or 5 topics. And then that's it. So yeah, let's get started. So our first topic is T.I. and the Hyman Gate, which has been all across all social media, news. Everything this week has been about T.I. If you have been under a rock, I'll do a quick recap for you. So basically, T.I. has a daughter. He has a lot of children, but the one that is 18, that is not by Tiny, he says that he goes with her to the gynecologist's office every year to check her hymen to ensure that she is still a virgin, when in actuality, checking her hymen does not... You about to die on the first recording?
Action. Okay.
All right. So Nidra didn't die, and she's back. Did you bring the water up here? Yes. Okay. All right. So yeah. So basically, yeah, he checks her hymen via the doctor every year. So what are your thoughts on this situation?
So 2 thoughts. First, I think that's nasty, disrespectful, and invasive. Second, what mindset does he have to even think that's okay to not only do that, but then share that? Mm-hmm. That is really private information. There's nothing to be ashamed about, but that is her information to choose to share. Mm-hmm. And I have a huge problem with that. I think that's wrong.
Yeah, so like... Even I'm thinking about HIPAA laws. So even if the doctor says, if Deja, his daughter name is Deja, if she says, yes, I want to share this with my friend, I guess you could on the phone that you can like release records and information to certain people. So I guess it wouldn't, like, as long as she put him on there, that it would be okay, legally speaking. Mm-hmm. But T.I. is just, he's like a caveman. Like, he has, even the way I don't know, you probably didn't watch Family Hustle, or have you ever seen him interact with his wife?
Not a lot. I haven't. I think I watched that when it first came out.
Yeah,
years ago.
Yeah, like before she got into reality TV, like he had her home. Like she couldn't do anything else. And remind you, she was an escape before she met him. Like she had this whole career, and he kind of like.
You think he pulled her out of that?
I think part of it was that he didn't want her. Well, even like on the recent episodes, you can see like she wanted to go on tour and do all these things, but he was like, well, who's gonna take care of these children? So I don't know if he kind of like imposed that on her, or they had an agreement of this is what we're going to do. But you can just see, like, I believe, he has this podcast called Expeditiously because he likes to use big words just to say he used big words. But I didn't watch the whole thing, and I don't listen to it, but I heard like a sound bite of him saying that he owns her vagina. Like, he's just
wow. So property.
Yes, yeah. Like I say, like we were talking about the other night, some men. She likes qualifiers. Some men don't view women as whole beings and human beings. They see them as property for their whatever desires, mostly sexual. If you step outside of that, then they don't know, like, what are you doing that for? Right. Like, they can't see you putting on makeup just because you enjoy wearing makeup. It has to be because, I want to look for somebody else versus I just like wearing makeup. So I think he falls into that category, and
I think there's some insecurity in that. And I also think it has to do with probably his upbringing as to what does a man and woman's relationship look like. And I mean, you look in rap culture, period, that's what it is. So he's never falsified what he thought is, this is what this looks like, this is what this looks like. A woman is supposed to be not even submissive. She's property of a man, and a man is TLP, I'm king, right? And so everybody bow down and do what I want. All of you belong to me, and I can share what I want about you, and you can't have any problems with it. So I think he's always been upfront, and so I don't know why we're surprised, but it's wrong.
Yeah, it is wrong. But the worst part of it, like you said, was him sharing it, and so now, she had to turn her Instagram comments off. Because people are like, she's like going to be under attack now. Like, men be like, oh, I can take your virginity and all. They nasty. That's disgusting. That's men. Some men.
It's like you don't even think about how this impacts your daughter. You say you want to protect her. You're so worried about her having sex. But then you put her out there like that. You're not protecting her.
Yeah.
You're not protecting her.
So, yeah. The bottom line is T.I. is an idiot and nasty. So, let's move on to the next topic. Okay. All right. Our next topic, I'm going to save him for the end.
Okay, I'm going to get my... Yeah, because you need to come down.
I'm going to save him for the end. So, the next topic is going to be coddling children. So, a few weeks ago, we were watching TV. What were we doing? We were watching TV, and there was a story about a school assigning seats in the cafeteria for children so they don't have to worry about having or eating lunch alone, I believe is what it was said. And my thoughts on it was, what? Like, these children are coddled too much. Like, that's why they can't take anything nowadays. Like, everything is just like, we got to protect you from everything. So when something does happen, when you have to actually deal with it and solve it for yourself, you don't know how to because you haven't had the tools or the time to do it. So, no. And first of all, and then second of all, y'all know I was a teacher for 10 years. In elementary school, the class sit together. And most of the time, I told my kids where to sit. So just in line, whoever you're next to, that's who you sit next to. I don't know what happens in middle and high school. That could be a different story. But most of the time, you have to sit with your class in elementary school. But I guess this is pertaining to...
Because it didn't say.
They didn't specify.
So I wouldn't think it would be high school.
I should hope not.
So maybe middle school. Now, if it's high school, I'm with you.
Yeah.
The middle school...
No. I think we have different parenting styles because I'm about the Bernie Mac getting his elbow.
And you see how Vanessa was always running her mouth.
Vanessa?
The Bernie Mac show.
Oh.
So I'm assuming
that
was
no, not the Bernie Mac show. The Bernie Mac from the special in Charlotte. Or the Kings of Comedy. That one.
I don't know, but I feel like everybody says what they're going to do and how... And people still beat their kids, but I still don't think they're ever as intense as they say. Okay. It's a lot of this, and then there's no action behind it.
Yeah, because she has 2 kids and I don't. So, I don't know. She can say how she is doing because she's actually doing it, but I can't say because I don't,
I think, and you know, because I used to say I'm gonna beat them and all that stuff, and they do get, I do spankings, so go ahead and be right back. But I don't spank them a lot. I really do try to extend grace and mercy.
She does, because I wouldn't.
I really do, and I struggle with it because
patient.
when I was growing up, was get your behind cut and shut up, and so I'm trying to find a balance in that because I think you can go too much to the other side and then your kids are running over you, and I'm not for that.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I'm okay with that. If it's middle school or even if it was elementary school and they're assigning seats, I'm okay with that for lunchtime. High school, they're older, I have a problem with it. I just feel like there's such a, for our generation and before, we're all about struggle culture. Like, you got to struggle to make it and this and that. Like, we're supposed to protect our children. And yes, there's a balance, once again, as to how much we do and how much we cater to our kids. But school is supposed to be a safe place, especially if a kid is already having problems at home. They don't even fit in at home, and then you come to school and you don't fit in there. Like, let's just have at least one safe space. And I don't think having kids in assigned seats is going to make them any less prepared for the world than anywhere else. Because if we're not doing it in high school, you gotta get in where you fit in. Then when you get on the bus, on the subway, when you get on the subway, you need to find a seat. There's no assigned seat there. You got to figure that out. When you go somewhere and you get on the bus, you got to find a seat. So it's not like this is going to destroy everything. And I feel like everybody's always in the uproar like, oh my gosh, we're calling them. I mean, they're freaking kids. Like, some of the things we were exposed to as kids, we should not have been. So that shouldn't be the standard as to this is what they need to be able to do. We shouldn't have been doing it. Like, we listened to the R&B we used to listen to when we were growing up. I'm like, why were we listening to this?
Adina Howard,
it
like
was
me.
So sexual, and we were so young. Like, why? And so if my kid wants to be in middle school listening to Kids Bop, I'm not calling her. She don't need to listen to nothing else. Like, let her be a kid, and I think that's okay. So it's all about balance. But I just feel like the old heads always, these kids being coddled. No, we're just doing a little bit better than we did in the generation before. And we still have to find a balance. They were all the way to the left. And now hopefully we don't go all the way to the right. Because that's kind of dangerous too.
Because I don't think I'm all the way to the left. I think I'm like in the middle of the left and the center.
Okay, I can get with that.
Yes. Just like,
so you still
my theory, yes. Like, if I have to tell you more than twice, I'm going to slap you. I don't do a lot of talking.
I can get that.
So, yeah, I don't,
Yeah, because I find myself talking a lot with my kids. And I'm like, because I'll say, all right, I'm going to tell you one time, right? Okay, I'm not going to tell you again. That's telling them again. And so I'm like, I'm telling you again. Now I'm even madder. And so I'm like, okay, I got to figure out, like, what am I missing? Because I don't want them to be scared of me. But I still want them to be scared. I still want them to respect me, and so finding a balance. Because even with me growing up and us getting spankings, there were still times my parents talked to us instead.
Yeah.
Especially as we got older, we got spankings less as we got older, and I think we were heard a lot more. So I think finding a balance, because I don't want to lose my kids. They're so scared of disappointing me or messing up that. Our relationship is lost, but then at the same time, they could be playing me too.
Right.
Because they're smart enough to do that.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
So I'm still trying to figure that out.
Girl, more power to you. All right. Moving on to the next one. Oh, R.I.P. to Pops, Mr. Bang 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 himself.
Oh, yeah.
So funny and Friday. And I'm trying to think of my favorite role for him. I would have to say in the Wayne brothers.
Too,
yeah. Like I like him in that role the best. Of course, Friday. I watch all of those movies.
To me, those roles are still kind of similar.
Yeah, he was basically the same character in every movie, but he was just good at that role. So R.I.P. to Pops. All right, so we're gonna go to Kanye, and then we're gonna do One Gotta Go. Okay. Just like Righteous and Ratchet. We watched that and we like it.
Yeah.
So wait.
Go ahead. I won't say anything.
Hi, Joshi. All right, so Mr. West is in the building making a
Hallelujah.
gospel Jesus is King album.
Yes, and it's good.
She listened to the complete album. I listened to parts of it via her because I just didn't take the time to listen to it. Some of his songs come up on the gospel radio channel on Apple Music, so I heard a few through there. But I just was like, man, this Kanye doing Kanye again, and if his relationship with Christ is becoming better, then hats off to him for that. I would wish that for him, but it's still Kanye, so we gotta figure out what's going on. Thoughts over here?
And I'm totally in agreement with Sheree as far as wanting to see, like, is this genuine? I'm just having. I am a Christian woman, and I feel like some of the other Christians that I've spoken with have an issue with the album and with Kanye proclaiming Christ. So for one, when I listened to the album, one of my friends was like, so do you agree with everything Kanye is saying or what he's doing right now? And I said, or basically she wants me, have I made a decision as to whether he's real or not? And I'm like, I don't know. I know I like the songs. I don't think anything that I've heard on the album was wrong as far as there was nothing blasphemous. And if I really think about it, I could just be listening to this album because it was good music. I think it was really good music. I really enjoyed the album. As far as whether or not Kanye is a Christian, he seems to be proclaiming Christ. And if that is what he's doing, I support him 100%. I don't necessarily think that, no, not even necessarily, I don't think that Kanye should be in a place where he's supposed to be preaching or something like that. But if he wants to use how his life has been changed or how he has been touched by Christ, I don't think there's anything wrong if he's sharing a testimony. I don't think anything's wrong with that. I know a lot of people say, but look at what he did and it was blasphemous and he did this and this and that. Not even that it's not his business. I mean, our business. That's the point of Christ. Christ is to save us from our sins. Old things are gone. All things are new. So what he did does not matter if he has asked for forgiveness and he's truly trying to walk in this Christian walk. So I don't have any problems with Kanye saying he's a Christian. And he may mess up. He may say some outlandish things. But I've met people who are Christians, and when they first get saved, they're so excited. Like, God, my car couldn't start for 3 days, and today it started, and it's because I'm a Christian. Like, because they gave their life to Christ, everything's so perfect and good, and everything's working in my favor right now. And I think that sometimes happens in the newness of your walk with Christ. And I don't think people are allowing him to have that. Mm-hmm. Because Kanye has put himself out there, so now everything is being like, I don't know. So no, I don't know. But I really hope that his life has been changed. Mm-hmm. I really hope that he has been touched by Christ. I really hope that his life is a testimony. I hope that it impacts his entire family. Like, they're not lost. It's not like they are no longer able to have salvation because of the things that they've done in the past. Jesus saves. No one is unreachable. And so that's my only thing. Like, get the doggone God a chance.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't even consider, she went way deep with it. I didn't even concern myself.
Because I'm just tired of people. Like, I mean, if you want to side eye him, I totally understand that. Because Kanye does some crazy stuff.
And he's an attention whore.
And he likes attention. and I think, but even if, let's say somebody was extremely sexual and now they're trying to abstain, it's hard for them. It's something that was a part of them for a long time. And so now this is a huge change. And so people expect, okay, you say you're saved, everything that you used to do or struggle with is done. No, it's not. Sanctification is a process. No, if that wasn't the case, all the Christians would be saved. We wouldn't see, all the Christians would be saved and perfect. We wouldn't see some of the crazy stuff we see in church. People are imperfect. It's just that we all have Christ. And we have hope. And now we don't have to be perfect because we're made perfect in Christ.
Yeah. kudos to Kanye, and I hope everything works out well.
I really do.
I hope he continues to take his meds. I think that's important.
I hope that he becomes a part of a ministry or a church, or he has a pastor or something who cares not about his celebrity, but that he has a soul. And that he needs to be saved and he needs to be taught. He has all of the zeal in the world. He has the platform, but he also needs to do everything in wisdom. And I hope that he's able to learn that from somebody.
I don't think Kanye's ego is going to allow that. But, like I said,
I
could be wrong.
But these are damning statements. Right.
But I could be wrong. But I'm allowed to have that opinion of that thought of Kanye. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
But she's also the person who says, I can't judge.
I'm not judging anything with his Christian walk. I'm talking about Kanye being...
But his Christian walk is supposed to impact that.
It is. And I will see. But for right now...
Mm-hmm. So from what you can see...
Yes.
This is exactly what we were talking about yesterday. From what I can see, it's questionable.
Yeah, and like I said, we were talking about how this is kind of similar to Paul. And when he first was converted...
Nobody was like,
yeah, he was killing Christians, and now he's supposed to be. Of course, we're gonna be looking at him with
no.
Yeah, so that's how I kind of equate it in my mind.
I think that's okay,
and I hope that he emerges into something that what we ideally will be on with the Christian life.
A testimony for Christ. He can save anybody. Nobody's too far gone.
We shall see. So,
yes, we shall.
Anyway, we're going to wrap this up because we got to go get my niece, her child. So we're going to follow after, like we said, we love watching Righteous and Ratchet with Kevin and Doughboy. Check out their podcast if you have not. So we're going to steal one element from their show. They typically sometimes do one gotta go. So we're going to list 4 things and you have to tell us. We're going to discuss which one has to go. So I'm trying to think. So tell me the first thing that you would keep, and then we'll go until we get the last thing that has to go. Okay? So the category, and I think I'll try to list it somewhere on the video. So the category is different food types. So dessert, soul food, seafood, or barbecue. One has to go. Let me say it again. Dessert, soul food, seafood, and barbecue. I got this off of Facebook. Somebody had posted. Dessert, soul food, seafood, and barbecue. So
macaroni and cheese can stay with the soul food, right?
Right.
And if I lose it with the barbecue. So if I had to keep, the first one I would keep would be soul food.
Okay. I would keep soul food as well.
Yeah.
That would be first. I'm saving first.
That's just like, you need that day to day, especially during the holidays. Like nothing can replace that.
Yeah.
So soul food.
Mm-hmm.
Some fried chicken. Some barbecue turkey wings. You ever had those?
Is that in soul food or is that barbecue?
Oh, shoot. But I don't cook it on the grill though. I cook it in the oven.
Oh my gosh. If it has the word barbecue in it, are we talking about cookout food?
That's what I'm thinking about. Cookout food.
Because barbecue is like on the mayonnaise side of things. So let's put it with cookout for black people.
Okay, so
So dessert, soul food,
barbecue turkey wings.
dessert, soul food, seafood, and cookout food.
Okay.
All right. So
food is still first.
Soul food is still first for me too.
The second one would be seafood. I know. That's you. You are going to shrimp, crabs, oysters. Really? I forgot you don't like seafood. So.
I don't eat seafood.
I like growing up, fried whiting on some bread with mayonnaise.
It looks good,
hot sauce.
But it's like some of the stuff it looks like the animal. So like
the
crabs
chicken leg look like a leg,
but I don't see a chicken running around when I look at the chicken wings.
Well, so you saying I see a whole crab?
Yes.
So what about crab legs?
I don't eat crab legs. It just looks like legs,
like a chicken leg.
I see it in my mind. It's visually something else.
So
we can already say I'm throwing away seafood because it's obvious.
So then for me, it's soul food, then seafood. Dang it. Then
so you got to choose between dessert and barbecue. I mean, cookout food.
So I can't have my grilled, halfway burnt hot dogs.
Nope, no Roger Wood, sausages, ribs on the grill, grilled chicken, none of that. All that's gone.
So if I get rid of dessert, can I still have candy?
Man, what with these stipulations? Oh my God.
Okay, so I would do soul food, seafood, and barbecue, and get rid of dessert. Wow. Yeah, I love food. Like you can have the sweets. Like people like it, they want desserts after they eat. I'm going to eat everything, so I don't have room for dessert. So if I could have a mint, I'll be all right. A little bit of sugar, I'll be okay.
Or your drink could be sweet enough.
Yeah. So now, when you say dessert, I could still have like a margarita or something and get my sugar from there.
Yeah, that's not considered.
Bye,
Bye,
dessert. Bye. I don't even eat cakes like that. Bye.
Yeah, seafood is going for me. So I'm keeping the dessert, the soul food, and the cookout food because I don't eat seafood.
No, what cookout food? It's just hot dogs and hamburgers. So you're gonna throw away? Well, you don't eat.
I don't eat seafood at all.
Okay.
So at least I can still have Roger. You know I'm obsessed with Roger Wood.
They're all good.
So I can still have that. So.
Okay.
Bye, seafood. Bye, Ashley.
I dessert.
All right, this has been the pilot episode of Nee and Ree.
Yeah.
We hope to see you every month. That is our goal, even though it has been hard to get this one out. So what is this? November? Mm-hmm. So yeah, we just got to figure out the schedule for December. But our goal is to film at least once per month. Just to get started and see how well it does. Just something we've been talking about for a long time. And now that we now live in the same state,
yeah.
this is the first time ever in life that we
can talk about that. Because I was a little nervous. Like, oh my gosh, I don't want to disappoint her because I got like 2 kids.
I mean, the kids, I was already prepared myself. Is somebody there?
I know.
No? Oh. The kids, I had already prepared myself for. So it's not like it was a surprise.
I know, but still, you know, you have all. Well, we could wait till later because I'll start talking.
Yeah, we'll say that for the next episode. And by then, I have been here for what, 2 months? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for right now, I'm staying with her until my apartment is ready in January. So yeah, we'll talk about that in the next episode.
To the right. No,
what to the right? I'm just kidding. We don't know if this is going to work or not, but bye. We wanted to like officially say bye. So bye.